We are outside the Lenovo Center, the site of Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, Eastern Conference Finals, between the higher-seeded home Carolina Hurricanes and the visiting Florida Panthers.
Boo!
I'm excited it's the Panthers.
Me too.
I'm excited it's the Panthers. I think the Canes wanted them. I think they've been stalking them. I think they've been hunting them ever since 2 years ago. I think they've been circling this one, hoping it happened, and it's here. This is The Drive with Tim Donnelly here on 99.9 The Fan. Graham Hill's back at the studio keeping us up and running. It is a great day for a Game 1. The story of tonight. We have 4 hours of show today. We're gonna talk every different angle. We're gonna look at the matchup. We're gonna look at the atmosphere. We're gonna look at the decisions. Who's available? Who's not? The story. I can boil it down to 3 words. Just get one. Just get one. Defend home ice. You can't win the series tonight, but you can win one, right? You can't win the series. You can't win the cup tonight, but you can win Game 1. You can end the talk, the narratives about the last 3 Eastern Conference Finals that the Canes have been to. Mm-hmm. You can end the talk about how it went 2 years ago. You can end the talk. You can end those stories. You can end those questions. You don't have to be asked about it again if you just get one, right? If you just get one. It's as coaching cliche as you get, right? Just go 1-0 today. Just get better, right? Just one step. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. You can do all of that, but I don't know if it's ever been more true than right now, right? Because to say like don't use the cliches and then go right into the cliches. You are so close, but also so far. Right? We're having these talks around the office, and there is a certain, I don't know, assumption or comfortability talking about, is it Dallas or Edmonton? There's a certain comfortability talking about what would it mean if, when in actuality, none of that matters. It means very, very little if you don't get the first one, and then the second, and then the third, and the fourth, and you can't do it in anything but that order. You can't win. You can't take a 3-0 lead tonight, right? You can't win the third one yet. All you can do is win Game 1. You're going to hear me say that a lot today. There's nothing to save for. There's no reason to keep ammunition in the holster, right? Smoke them if you got them style game today for the Canes. And part of that is because of what happened the last 2 times these teams met in the Eastern Conference Finals and where these 2 teams have gone since that moment, right? 2 years ago, Canes, Panthers, Eastern Conference Finals. We'll even go all the way to Game 1, right? Game 1, 4 overtimes. Mm-hmm. That's about as even a matchup as you can get, right? If you're going to 4 overtimes, those 2 teams are playing almost identical level of hockey.
Game that almost took 6 hours to play.
Ended at 2 a.m. in the morning, 1:45, whatever it was. Matthew Tkachuk scores the goal. Panthers win. Since then, Panthers not only made it to the Stanley Cup Finals in that year, they come back the next year, do it again, win the Stanley Cup. They're back here now for a 3rd time. Mm-hmm. Canes lose to the Rangers last year, 2nd round, retool a bit, come back. There is something to be said for how important Game 1 is in both of their trajectories, because Game 1 set the tone for the Panthers, right? They were winning close games, and they did. They won 4 close games. It was a 4-0 sweep with a 4-goal differential.
Yeah. Just 2 games in overtime.
2 games in overtime, 1 settled in the last 5 seconds. So there's, literally the smallest of margins, but that Game 1 set the tone. So if we extrapolate, using big words today, if we extrapolate, there's probably some like middle school vocabulary teachers out there like, not that big word, Tim. Don't pat yourself on the back too.
Right. Back to 7th grade.
If we extrapolate from that, tonight could be the tone setter in a way that you feel it through the rest of the series. Tonight could be the tone setter in a way that you feel it over the next 2 seasons and perhaps beyond. It is that kind of a deal. It is important, and I'm looking forward towards super high-stakes hockey here at the Lenovo Center.
And talking to guys in the locker room, especially on Sunday after they practice, they understand, this is before they even knew they were playing Florida, is that they understand that the opportunity that they have in Game 1 to jump on whomever that opponent was. Because they're only getting 1 day rest. That's it. Like you literally get a day off between games and you go. Now you can sit there and say at this time of year, hey, you know what? You're in that routine of playing every other day, and you just kind of keep that routine going if you're Florida. But Carolina is like, oh, we're rested 4 days, ready to go. Pounce on the team, especially when you have them at home. They just had to go play a game 7 that they probably didn't expect to play since the Florida Panthers were up 3-2 at home.
Yep.
And lost 2-0. And then they had to still go on the road. But yeah, they have all the opportunity in the world. Like, go jump on this team right from the get-go.
With an 8 p.m. puck drop scheduled for tonight here at the Lenovo Center. When the game starts, I believe the Panthers will be I don't pretend to be a math whiz, something like 45 and a half hours from when they were not even the full 48 since they were on the ice playing hockey. And they had to travel, and they had to get whatever they could of a scouting report on the Canes ingested and understood. Meanwhile, the Canes have been living a different life, right? They were ahead of things as far as getting a half scout at least on the Panthers going into Game 7, resting home, didn't have to travel, getting off their legs. So yeah, jump on them. As far as what I say, Game 1 being a tone setter. You could argue like the boil it down. First period being a tone setter for Game 1, which will be the tone setter for the series, and even further down than that, right? Like you want your first shift to be a statement towards the Panthers on the ice that geez, they've got energy, don't they? Right? Okay, we're playing one of these teams, and I mean, to be quite frank. And I actually think this is going to be one of the interesting storylines throughout the entire series. A lot of what the Panthers want to do is to their opponent is what the Canes want to do to their opponent.
Very similar mentality, similar identity.
And I have some stats to back that up.
Okay.
In the 82-game regular season, the Canes registered 2,598 shots. Okay. Sounds
shot attempts? Or just,
yeah.
Shots on goal.
Yeah, I believe it's shots on goal. The Panthers registered 2,589.
Okay.
They are within 10 shots of each other after 82 games. The Canes have this reputation as they're willy-nilly. They just let everything go. They don't ever wait. If that's true, the Panthers are right there with them. They're 9 shots behind over an 82-game season. Canes were 22nd in the league in shooting percentage. Florida was 28th in shooting percentage. So they're both high volume, maybe less quantity over quality style shooters, right? Which is extremely different than the Capitals, which the Canes just got done playing. The Caps in that same term, they were. Again, I got the notes here. They shot the highest percentage in the league.
Yeah,
but they were down below 20th in total shots. So Freddie playing so great, but one thing Freddie didn't do was face a high volume of shots, right? We do our little make our picks segment. There's quite a few of the under on saves faced by Freddie was very good to us once we established what the rhythm of the series was going to be. That's, I believe, not going to be the case today because the Panthers mimic the Canes in more ways than the Caps do as far as philosophy. So when it comes to two teams, high energy, a lot of shots, want to press, want to go, want to run. If you are not taking advantage of a rest advantage that you have, a rest benefit that you have, it doesn't make any sense, right? So, if the Canes are normally playing in since we're in the audio market, the audio industry, right? They're normally listening to podcasts on 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
Go 2.0.
Go 2.0.
like listen to it extra quick. Sound like one of the singing chipmunks for a little bit, right? If you can establish that and make Florida start to breathe in and out a little bit more than they pant a little bit more, suck wind, if you will, a little bit more than they're used to, that's one way you can get an advantage over a very good Florida Panthers team.
And it's also what you do, not only game 1, game 2, that is going to benefit you. Hopefully, if you jump on them right away, make them chase you, make Florida chase you. That's going to pay dividends if you do get to game 6 and game 7. That's when, or even game 5, that's when Florida should really be feeling their legs like 1,000 pounds. And we've seen Carolina in both series outskate their opponents. Florida can skate. Florida can skate. But that extra rest, you have to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, without being complimentary. I mean, without being overly complimentary of your opponent. You respect your opponent, you don't fear your opponent, all that stuff. There's a reason why the 4 teams playing are still playing.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals playing against San Jose, right? I don't know why they were the one.
Yeah, I don't know why them.
Ricochet shots.
Yeah. I'm playing Buffalo.
Buffalo. There you go. That might have been a better example. Either way, you're not playing any of those. You're playing the Florida Panthers, and they've been here the last 3 years. They won the Cup last year. You got to go ahead and beat some really good teams. And I look forward to the opportunity tonight. I wish there was something like. And by the way, if you're coming out to the game, if you're going to be at the Lenovo Center, we're out here. Stop by, say hi. Right? I want like bruised knuckles and sore palms from high fives and fist bumps and all that stuff out here on the plaza. If you're going to the game, you can like literally impact the game, right?
Oh,
yeah, you
absolutely.
can send your energy, lend it to the team, right? With energy and everything else, with cheering and getting loud and all that kind of stuff. If you're not, like, I wish there was something we could do because I'm that hyped. I'm like, you need me to take a puck off the leg? Like, let's go. Like, I want to like find a Florida media member here and be like, that's it, me and you on the ice, one-on-ones, let's go. Like it's that kind of energy in playoff hockey, and it should be. If we're being real, it should be.